Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Thiruvarutpayan. We have been talking about one particular section, one particular chapter, which is the second chapter, which is dedicated for understanding the characteristics of the souls. Now we are in the finale verse for that. Let's look at verse number 20. Andralavum aatrum uyir andho அருள் தெரிவது என்று அளவொன்றில்லா இடர். Basically, this particular verse is something like empathizing on us. Guru is literally empathizing on us to say, what kind of a life are you leading? Did you realize what kind of a life you guys are leading? So he's just asking the question, and he's feeling so pitiful on us to say that we are not ready to realize that we are going through a very messy life. And he's also raising a question saying that when will you realize that this is not your ultimate destiny, and when are you going to go to your own place where you belong to? That is what today's verse is all about. So if you look at it, he says all the way from the beginning. When you talk about the beginning, we were all in a state called as Kevala Nilai, which we have already been discussing about. Kevala Nilai means which the soul is fully entangled with the bond, it's bondage, right? So it's fully entangled, encapsulated with this darkness, and we never realized that there is something called as happiness, and we belong to this happiness. So what happened was the grace was put on us, and that is where we started realizing that there is something beyond this darkness, and that is where we started sprouting out of that particular something like a seedling, right? So we started sprouting out, and that is where this physical body is given to us to make sure we are achieving the state called as Suddha Nilai. To achieve the Suddha Nilai. Now, if you look at it, this particular state that we are in, right? So, whatever we are right now in, it is called as Sagala Nilai. Imagine what kind of a turmoil we are going through on a daily basis. Every day, every single day, if we go through a happiness, immediately that follows with a sorrow. Immediately after that, another happiness. So it is like a vicious cycle that we are going through. It is like a cycle. There's a lot of ups and downs in it's like a wheel, it's like a roller coaster rather. We go through ups and downs in our life on a daily basis. And did we really realize that we are going through this kind of a pain? And did we know that this is not what our life is intended to be? If we have realized it, what we should have done is we should have started seeking the path of the Almighty to reach the Almighty and end our suffering. That is what today's verse talks about, and the Guru is saying, please, enough is enough. You have gone through a lot of sorrows. Now this is a time for you to get realization. Start with that at least now. So this comes as a bit of an empathizing verse, but at the same time it also has a little bit of an advice for us to say, let's start from here, understand the reality, and start our journey towards the Almighty, at least from this minute. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. We are concluding the second chapter with this. We are going to start with the third chapter very soon. Until then, bye-bye.